Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome back to OMSI 2. Today we're back down in Gainsborough with the rather more familiar Interconnect branded Veiling 2. I know we use the Veiling 2 a lot, but what better bus to use on this route? Because of course, if you're familiar with the Route 100 that is on Gainsborough, it does actually have, I don't know how many it has, but it has a couple of the ex-Chester Eclipse Urbans, which are the Euro 4 spec. They might have been converted to Euro 6, but they were originally with First, and then when First was when they sold out to Stagecoach in Chester, they inherited these buses. I know they didn't inherit Eclipse 2s, but this is an Eclipse 2. We don't have an Eclipse 1 currently, so that's why we're using it. Now, really exciting today, I get to be able to show you a slightly early sneak peek. That's 2 early sneak peeks in 2 days, which I think is pretty damn exciting, of the Route 100, which of course currently we have available from Gainsborough to Lincoln, but this is going to add another 20 minutes of driving time for Gainsborough V4, and that's going to take us from Gainsborough all the way up to a place called Scotton, which is between Gainsborough and Scunthorpe. I believe the whole plan eventually is for you to be able to drive the whole Route 100 between Lincoln and Scunthorpe, which is going to be just an astronomical route length. It's going to be brilliant. Now, I would like to drive this in service, because we do have, if you look, Mr. Moose has very kindly sent over Scotton Village Green through to Lincoln, so we do actually have the timetabled services running. However, the HOF file that I have been sent, as you can see, just has the Cotterill destinations on, which I have selected the Gainsborough 4 HOF file, and it doesn't contain Scotton, and the Gainsborough V3 file also doesn't contain Scotton. So we've got no HOF file to use, so I thought, you know what, we'll just drive it not in service like we did yesterday and just have a little poodle. So yeah, away we go. Sit back, relax and enjoy your journey. The only problem with this, however, is the fact that by installing the new version of Gainsborough V4, it has erased my lovely Arriva timetable. I know, that fantastic timetable that took absolutely ages to make, all of a sudden has gone. Yeah, great, marvellous. Oh well, I'll just have to do it all again, won't I? I'll badger Mr. Moose. He'll probably shout at me and say, why didn't you just tell me that the HOF file wasn't working? I'd have sent you a working one. Yeah, I could have done that, couldn't I? But I was running out of time. Literally, this is the first I've seen this map. Unlike yesterday, I've not driven this to see if it works. I literally just popped OMSI map tools on, which is really useful to find out what bits you're missing. I just put OMSI map tools on and clicked go. Yeah, and it said that I had all the requirements. So so we're going. So obviously last time we turned right towards Lincoln, whereas now we're turning left and going up here. So this is all new as far as I'm aware. I mean, not all this area, because obviously the 102, the 103 and the 104 also ran down here, as well as the school services. Now, what are you? Are you... You're a 100 to Lincoln, right, so you work. I'm sorry, we've committed here. We're not in service, you see, and when buses are not in service, they can do naughty things, can't they? So come racing down here. I'm assuming that we do that little lap of the town. It looks like we do, doesn't it? Yeah, 100 to the left. So we still do the little lap of the town centre. On that one-way bit, is it? Where we end up not doing it on the way back? Oh, what's that over there? It just says 0000. Not in service. linksroadcar.com. Brilliant, brilliant. We've got no passengers on board, obviously, but we do have this lovely Stagecoach livery. The livery by, I believe it's Dan Deering, from Fellows Film. There's a link in the description where you can pick up this livery pack. It's a massive Stagecoach livery pack. Really, really nice indeed. Now we should be able to, as these buses, whoa, that's a bit of curb, as these buses do run around this route in real life, or of course the Eclipse Euro 4 spec, the Eclipse 1, do run this route in real life, we should be able to operate it round everywhere. You know, we shouldn't get to any corners where we think, oh, you know, we're not going to be able to get round here. You know, we should be able to do everything. I don't know quite how much. Oh, I like that chill place with the 3D. Is it 3D? Let's just pause and have a little look. It is a 3D sign on the front. I like that. It just adds a little bit of yeah, that. Let's just pop for a photo here, because that is quite a nice little picture of it going through. I don't like that lamppost. There we go. If you just go a bit further, thank you. Now taxi's in the way, of course. There we go. We'll get rid of you and have a photo. You know I love a good photo. There we go. Lovely. I could have done some nicer weather, couldn't I? Right, so the 103 carries on down there. We turn right like the 102 and the 104. There we go. And then we swing to the left. I don't think I've actually driven the 590. That's just the school one. So, for me, this is all new down here. I've never done that 590. Someone will probably comment in the video comment section saying, well, I've got a video of you driving the 590 here. Look, there you go. You did a video on it over a year ago, you muppet. But I can't remember driving the 590. So yes, all new down here, all new. Of course, I imagine Gainsborough V4 will also be a freeware DLC, which to say that it's a freeware DLC, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. We've got Gallagher on the left there. That looks like a posh shop, doesn't it? Or restaurant. We've got some rundown offices on the right there. Oh, they're made to look run down. I really like. Oh, we've got a TX4 in the garage there on the left. Brilliant. Gainsborough Football Club. So that's obviously round there. They could do with trimming the pitch, couldn't they? Look at all that hedge and overgrowth. Yeah, okay, now you've just been silly, Joe. But yeah, brilliant. Now, because obviously this is early access, it's not currently available, but there's quite a lot of it that might be subject to change. You know, he might not have finished it. I do believe that the road network actually continues all the way through to Scunthorpe. I might have imagined that, but I'm pretty sure it said it continues all the way through to Scunthorpe. However, there's only scenery as far as this village called Scotton. Like I say, it's going to add 20 minutes onto your driving time, so that's quite a lengthy route now, isn't it? But yeah, 20 minutes onto your driving time. And I've been forbidden from driving past Scotton, because obviously there's no scenery, so it'd look a bit silly, wouldn't it? From having this gorgeous scenery to all of a sudden having no scenery. Connaught Road. I have noticed, despite driving down here, I'm roughly at the time that this bus should come down here. There's no passengers waiting, so yeah, we'll see about that. Although I know that Mr. Moose has said that these routes aren't particularly busy. You know, Gainsborough really does struggle in terms of public transport numbers. So we'll see, we'll see. Despite having this interconnect branding, it's not a regular service, is it? It's only every hour. There we go, we'll, around we go. Lovely. Of course, there's a lot of overgrowth, isn't there, here? They could do, getting the council down to trim that just in front of that hedge there. Look, it's got a lovely fence with a hedge behind it, and then just all the grass is just awfully overgrown, isn't it? There's a couple of sections you can see where the grass is poking through the pavement. I don't know if that's a deliberate thing or if it's accidental. It does kind of give that impression that the OMSI, no, not OMSI, what am I saying? It gives that impression, you know, like when you're walking along and it's like different tiles, but the grass is growing between because they've not used weed killer. It does kind of give that. I mean, you struggle to replicate that in OMSI. It just kind of looks like he's missed. But that is apparent all the way through Gainsborough, so it's beginning to suggest to me that it is a deliberate thing. Right, so 590 goes left here. We carry on. Again, right, so if I have driven the 590, everything's new from now on, folks. Everything. Queen Elizabeth High School, 590 start and end. Oh, okay, maybe it's not all new. Oh, the 103 turns left here. Right, okay, so it's not, but yeah, it's yeah. It might be new from this junction onwards. Who knows? Who knows? Very, very wide open road, this, isn't it? I believe that it gets a little bit more tight and narrow at some point during the journey. We'll just, there's no rush, is there? We'll just plod along and get there when we get there. There's a nice overgrown lay-by there, just on the left. And I believe this looks like a railway if ever I've seen it. Look at that. That typical raised embankment that you do see in Lincolnshire. Way! Got airtime there. Flipping out, we've got a ground. Whoa! Everybody's spines have just collapsed in on themselves going up there. Problem is, when you're out in the country, it's very, very difficult to kind of get away from that repeating asset, which you can see on the side there. I don't really know how much you can do with that, to be honest with you, but it does get mixed up. There is a lot of different trees, so it's not just kept the same again and again and again. Possibly even, I mean, I learnt from playing Planet Coaster, when you place a tree like this, just rotate it ever so slightly before you place the next one, instead of just going bang, 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 bang. Place, rotate, place, rotate, place, rotate. You know what I mean? So that it just... I think he's done that with these on the right-hand side. In fact, he's probably done that with all of these, looking at it. But yeah, I've never thought of doing that before. But it's a really handy way of just reusing the same asset, but giving the appearance that it's not. Yeah, looking at that, you see, that's a lot more generic, what we've got here. It's a lot more, not generic, organic. On the right here, this is all a little bit more random than the left. Right, let's have a look. What's round here? We really are in the middle of nowhere now, aren't we? Nature really is just reclaiming this road. I reckon they have to come down here just chopping the bushes back, otherwise you'd have to drive down the middle. Because all the soil would just kind of go around the edge and weeds would just take the road back. And do you know what? I don't know if anybody would notice. It doesn't seem like such a busy road, this, does it? You see, that's what I like. A lot of the same hedge, but again, it's at different heights, and we've got these... is it giant hogweed, it looks like, that's just randomly placed to just break it up. I like that, that's good. Very good. East Stockwith? Stockwith? I don't know. Down there. Do we like East Stockwith? I don't know. As always, I don't currently have a release date for this. He's not sent me any sort of documentation regarding release date. Or maybe he has. I've not read the documentation he sent me, to be perfectly honest with you, other than the message saying, do not show past Scotton. So hold on, I tell you what we'll do. Well, I'll just... It's gonna go quiet for a sec. Oh no, it's not, because I've not got Discord loaded. I'll load it on my phone. Blighton. We're in a town called Blighton. Lovely. Yeah, I'll load it on my phone. One should not text while driving. It's not condoned by myself. Oh, 108. What's 108? Heck, am I following the wrong thing? I don't remember what the 108 was. Right, here we go. Right, okay. Right, we'll pull in at Hilltop Lane. There we go. We'll just pull in and stop so I can just check the message and give you some fun facts about this. There we go. I'll flip outside so you can see the bus, because everyone likes looking at the bus. Oh dear, we've got a queue of transits behind us. Right. The map currently extends all the way to the Cottage Beck bus stop in Scunthorpe. However, scenery is sporadic after Scotton, but feel free to have an explore. Once the map is released, the tiles beyond Scotton will be removed. Ah, there you go. So those of you that are thinking, oh, I see, I'll drive it all the way. Yeah, you won't be able to. This is obviously his working copy. Timetable is draft, so feedback any issues. Ah, right, okay, yeah. The narrow lanes between Blighton and Scotton drive around 30 to 35-ish on these in the middle of the road. When a vehicle approaches, it and you should both slow down, then move to the far edge of the way to pass each other. I'm looking at this thinking Mr. Moose thinks that I don't know how to drive. Man, sure, he's probably just watched my videos, hasn't he? The QE High School, the 100 now passes us out of Gainsborough. I've now set up some 100 trips with different bus stop cubes to try and simulate school traffic. Therefore, in the morning, the 8 o'clock departure from Scotton and 7:30 departure from Lincoln should deposit significant passengers when they pass. That's brilliant. So what he's actually done is, at the high school we passed, if you're travelling at school time, there'll be loads of people getting on and off, whereas if you're in the middle of the day, there just won't be. That's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. The other routes are essentially unchanged. Can you please not post any videos or screenshots beyond Scotton? Right, there we go. Yeah. there we go. And various other things that he has told me, which I'm just struggling to read. OCD didn't like bus shelters changing halfway through the route, so he's used them from Scunthorpe. Okay, that's sensible. Right, where are we? Blighton Stalls. So after Blighton, I'm following the 108. I don't know if this is just... if this is incorrect. If he's just put 108 because he's You know, just I don't know. Maybe he just had an exciting moment, or maybe this route's changed, like halfway through. Maybe the number changes. I don't know, but yeah, maybe he's just done it incorrectly. I don't know. As I say, it's not finished. Maybe I'm just getting confused, or I've just taken a wrong turn, and I'm following the completely wrong route now that he forgot to mention he'd done. Nice bit of bus sounded like it's falling to bits there. Run of the mill. That looks like a pub. Oh, I noticed a floaty. There. Oh, he probably sat there thinking, no, don't point it out. But, oh, I've got to point it out. Oh, dear, it's floating. They're holding a seance in there. The whole building's floating. Look. Oh, dear. Somebody's playing with a Ouija board, aren't they? Oh, look at this. This is lovely. Completely detracting from what I've just said. Oh, yeah, we're back on the 100 now. So, yeah, that's time for the 108. We've got a nice memorial in the middle there. That's beautiful. Whoop, hang on. Yeah, he's going to be sat there with his head in his hands like, why did you have to fixate on that? Oh, well, you know me. I've always got to point out the good and the bad and the ugly. Right, okay, so we can really open the tap up here and see what this Eclipse can do. The answer is, if it's got that limiter on, not very much. Doesn't seem like it has got the limiter on though, does it? It seems to be fairly shifting down here. Oh, we have to turn left, so we'll start slowing down. Round we go. So this is it. We're coming off now, and going. Hey, we're going cross country by the looks of things. So he recommends 30 to 35. So we'll get up there to 35. Hell, we are really motoring along, aren't we? This would be a fantastic route. Oh, look at that. Please ensure you have a valid ticket for this journey. Why would you not? Excuse me. I see these flowers here are just a little bit neat. Oh, hang on. I see what he means. So we should slow down and pull in. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop and put my handbrake on so that if he hits me, I'm a stationary vehicle. There we go. Slow down. Well, yes. If someone else comes here now, they're going the other way, we're knackered, aren't we? Oh, there's somebody behind me as well. He'll be fuming. It's like, oh, damn it, why did I get stuck behind the bus down here? This is lovely. It's a really nice, peaceful drive, but, like, considering this is such a like, main route between two towns, it's just absolutely ludicrous where it goes. Like, ooh, bit of thrash. Yeah, you see what I mean? This is, when you're walking up, you've got the plants. It's all a little bit neat. Roughen it up. Let's have it look a bit more. It's a shame you can't place them at different heights. It's probably due to limitations with the amount of flora. And as well, what you've got to remember is the more objects he's using that are different types, the more the frame rates will take a hit. Which is very true. So maybe I should just be grateful the fact that we're getting seamless drives here, given the map's an hour and 20 in drivable length. And of course it's going to be more, isn't it? Where are we here? Lafton? Lowton? It says Laugh. I'm going to say Lafton. Oh dear, woman! Don't come out of the building and walk across the road. Flipping heck. We nearly had a fatality there. She nearly splattered up my windscreen. Dear oh dearie me. Right, so we've got to be careful for people emerging from buildings. Okay, noted. Mr. Moose is probably sat there going, yeah, you were going too fast for that bit. I did specifically tell you not to drive that fast. Yeah, okay. It's noted, it's taken on board. It won't happen again. But let's face it, it will probably happen again. Right, national speed limit. Put your foot down. Hold on to your braces. Oh, look at this. This is nice. I hope he's got the... I don't know quite how it works, but some maps when it's winter, they automatically have like the frosty flora, don't they? So I'm hoping that that will, because this will just be gorgeous to drive in winter. Although I've not got to drive it like I did with Oatford, where it was very snowy. Like, so snowy that we just couldn't see where we were going. But yeah, it'd be great to see it in the frost. Oh, I've just realised I'm doing 45 on the narrow section. Oh well, we can see what's ahead, can't we? And it can't be that long until we finish the map, because, I mean, we've been going 20 minutes now. And of course the extension adds another 20 minutes of driving time onto the map, and we're still motoring along with no sign of... Oh dear! No, we don't need to slow down for that, chap. There we go. Ah, do you reckon that this is probably the main road, isn't it? Scott, 4 miles. This is the main road we probably turned off. I wonder if he's included the main road, so if you're running empty, you can just fly down there and avoid Lafton. I don't know. Be good if he did. Be good if he did. Maybe we'll have to try drive it another time and see where we end up. No, it doesn't appear we're staying on the main road for very long, does it? Right, here we go. Scotton, 2 miles. Flipping out with that 2 miles between those two junctions. Oh, I like what he's done there, but he's not quite managed to hide the fact that that road disappears like that. Oh my goodness me, this is... I'm sure this is narrower than the last bit. Lafton Wood Nurseries. Absolutely nowhere near Lafton. Should it not be Scotterwood? I'm not disputing the fact... Oh, look at this. This is better scenery. I like this. This is really good. Obviously, like I say, we can't detract from the fact that some of this might be subject to change and not finished. But yeah, this is brilliant. It seems a lot more organic. I just don't want, like, I can see right into the distance here. I just don't want a taxi to spawn, like, right in front of me doing 50 mile an hour in the other direction. It's a shame we couldn't drive this in service, but I'll press him for a proper HOF file so that we can drive it in service. Because this is absolutely getting Arrivaed. I'm sticking with it, you know, this Arriva in Gainsborough. I quite like it. We don't have a lot of maps with good Arriva routes on, apart from all the maps that have good Arriva routes on, that when I said in the last video there was no maps with good Arriva routes on, you all pointed out. Like, what about this one? What about that one? What about that one? I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe there are. Oh, here we are. This is the village of Scotton. And this is where our route today terminates. I don't know quite how big the village is. Everybody all of a sudden needs to cross the road at the same time, of course. Scotton just paying a bit of tribute to Bus Simulator 21 there. So we're going round to the left here. Westgate and High Street. This looks like a lovely place to live. I mean, it could be an absolute dump, but just the way he's done this. Middle Street, that's... Oh yeah, okay, road's dropping in bits. But yeah, doesn't this look lovely? I'd quite happily live here. Maybe not in the bungalows on the left, but like in these nice big houses on the right with all the greenery and this nice little neat road. Again, you might be thinking, oh my goodness me, what on earth would you want to live in, not Shotton? I keep thinking Shotton, which is in North Wales, isn't it? Or on the way to North Wales. Scotton Scotton Pub, appropriately named on the left there. Maybe it's a bit of a one-horse town. The bus stop, Middle Street, the pub. That's literally it. Scotter Road, that's what we're coming on to now. Oh, it's quite narrow here, isn't it? Brilliant. Okay, maybe I took that a bit wide, but it's fine. Oh, this is lovely. Look at this. Oh, hell. What's happening? Bus is falling apart. We've detached from our chassis. Ooh, listen to that ZF as we go. Oh, we've left Scotton. Oh, is he going to get cross with me? Am I going the right way? I don't know, maybe there's more Scotton further down. Right, let's keep plodding along, not blobbing along. I'm a little bit worried now I've gone past where I'm meant to, but the scenery is incredible. If this is the blotchy scenery, I don't think it is. Everybody nearly flew out the seats then, if there'd have been anybody on board. Maybe Scotton's just quite a spread out village. Ah, here we go. We look like we're coming back to civilization. Oh no, this is Scotton. Oh right, well where was that place we went through? Maybe that was a different village. Who knows? This looks a bit bigger, doesn't it? Right, off we go. Yeah, this doesn't look quite as nice as that little village we've just been through. We've got a school on the right there, I'd imagine. It's got a primary... That's a primary school. Looks like Hogwarts. That's intimidating as a primary school, isn't it? Ah, right, this is looking more like it. Ah, yeah, so I think that this is the turnaround. Is it Scotton Village Green, I think? Hell. Oh my god, the post office comes right out into the road. Ah, Scotton Village Green, here we go. So we'll just pull right out. And probably not get round here in time. Yeah, there we go. That's a... Oh no, it's not a curb. Oh, look at that. I'm practically an expert. We've just crashed into the bus shelter, I'm sure. No, we haven't. We're frightfully close. And if I take a sharp right, we'll take it out with the back end. But there we go. So as you can see, the route is probably going to continue up there and take a right there, which will disappear over that way. But there is no scenery yet, so we'll look this way. But that is currently your extra 20 minutes of route, which will allow you to drive the 1 hour 20 section of the Route 100 through from Lincoln to Scotton. What did you think to that then? I personally am really excited to have that with an actual drivable timetable on. Really am excited. I think the bus looks absolutely fantastic on this route. It really does suit it, despite the fact I've already said I'm going to rip it all up and replace it with a Reaver. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm really excited. If you did enjoy this video, please do show your support for the channel by clicking that like button. Helps more people see it, you see. And of course, if you're enjoying OMSI, make sure you subscribe, because there's plenty more exciting stuff to come for OMSI, of course. Yeah, there we go. That is Gainsborough, the extended Route 100. Hopefully, I'll see you all next time. Cheerio! Goodbye for now.